Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another Breakfast with Blaha, and today I'm having fat-free Greek yogurt, frozen cherries, and almond butter. Alright, let's talk about getting advice from beginners. Many of you out there who are obviously not novice lifters who follow my channel, which is a pretty big chunk based on what I see in comments, people's videos, the Facebook fan page. A lot of very advanced and elite lifters follow this channel. But there's a lot of noobs also. And one of the things that I find is too many people who are new to training get advice and listen to other noobs when it comes to diet, or their nutrition, when it comes to training, everything else. And what I'm going to say is stop doing that. And I think the worst example we usually see is when you watch a bunch of teenage boys, and yes, I count 20-year-olds as teenagers, children, when a bunch of children are working out in the gym together, and you watch the silly stuff that they do, the advice they give each other, it's like watching a pack of monkeys trying to fuck a football. Like, it's that bad. Yeah, get that visual image. That's what it looks like. So you younger guys, when you're all working out together with your bros or your mates, we got a lot of Brits on here, that's what it looks like. Even some of you who have some experience, as soon as you start working out with these other guys, you turn into clowns. Turn into clowns every time. And you'll see this, and here's other examples. I've had clients who are younger, they're novices still, who are like, well, the other people at my gym were saying it would really help my bench if I do whatever, clamshell presses. I think that's what they called it. You take two dumbbells and hold them together and do this with it. Now, those of you who follow my channel and are advanced lifters are probably laughing your asses off at my response to this. It was not nice. More or less one of those of, if you listen to people this stupid, you deserve to get hurt and to stay weak. You literally deserve it if you listen to something that stupid. And it almost is that bad. I mean, and it really is true for those of you who are fairly new to stuff. Think about that. If you are willing to listen to people who have a year of experience and take any advice from them, you kind of deserve to fail, because you have access to limitless information from great coaches and professionals for free online. And of course, you can hire a lot of people too. You can hire me. But you can hire us. You can get free information, limitless free information. There is no reason for you to ever take advice from just people you know, because they haven't gotten results. And if they do, you've got to step back and ask this question. Okay, let's say they got some results. How many people have they coached? How much experience do they have? Teaching 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 people. None. They tried something that worked okay for them. Doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And they might have been successful in spite of it, not because of it. Because it's always been stuff like that. I mean, I've watched over the years, I mean, people who got into shape I knew, or friends or family, like, what'd you do? Well, I just cut starches out of my diet. Oh, hey, great, yeah, I'm going to do that. They cut the starch out of their diet. I mean, this is stuff I remember years ago. Not even keto, low carb, they just got rid of the starch, as if starch is the problem. They lost a little weight. They started jogging. And started jogging. Cut the starches out. Started doing push-ups. I mean, that's certainly better than doing nothing. It's not good advice. You know, and they would give people advice like that. I have an ex who used to advise her girlfriends. I trained her, by the way. It's like, oh, you got really in good shape and lost weight. You know, what's your secret? She's like, here's the secret, girls. If you just lift weights, you can eat whatever you want. You'll have a six-pack. And she would say stuff like that because she had a six-pack and she got in shape. Me just coaching her, squatting and deadlifting and stuff, right? There were other factors at play. Other factors at play. Oh, she wasn't natty either, by the way. But that's another story. But giving advice, and they would listen because she looked good. She had gotten results. And that's sometimes I have to step in and go, no, don't give them that advice. They're going to need to actually track what they eat. She's like, but I don't. Therein lay the problem. So think about this when you guys start getting advice from people, your friends, your family. Stop doing that. What about when you come online to look for advice? Well, you look at some of these people who've started channels, plenty of them I've watched, who come in as noobs. They're kids, they're starting out. They're giving advice and their channel blows up because they're young and popular and they're having success, but they don't know what they're talking about. They might, after they've been doing it a few years, let's say their channel's been up a long time. I'm not going to name names. I know of at least one like that I watched like 5 years ago. He's got some decent info now. He was a noob. He didn't know what he was talking about. He was just citing some studies, well put together editing. His advice wasn't any good. Like, he didn't know how to program anything, but he built a following and people listen. And I don't have a problem with people out here building a following and doing what they need to do to make money. All right? Fine, make your money. But to the people listening, have some discernment. This person even got any real experience training? Do they coach? Can they lift anything? Is this their profession? In other words, are you getting advice from people who this is not what they do? They have another side job. And that's going to be a big one right there. Let's be realistic here. If you are getting coaching and training and nutrition advice from people who have a different career, hey, this is not what they do. Keep in mind, there are people who this is our entire profession. This is what we do. Who do you think is going to have better advice? If you have to pick between those two people's advice, think about that. They do it as a hobby. In any other professional endeavor, if you're trying to get good advice, are you going to go to someone who does this as a hobby? Or whatever it is, not just this, anything. Who has a little bit of experience on the side, and you think that that's going to be good advice. Because it doesn't have to be this. It could be trading stocks. It could be medical advice. Anything else. Oh, when your health and your money are on the line, it's going to be a little different. But your health and your money are on the line here. Which is the point. Stop taking advice from beginners. They don't know what in the fuck they are talking about. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.